to somebody who can only be described really as a Kop legend. Born and bred in Wiston, he cemented his place in the heart of midfield at 19. He was club captain at the age of 23. Look, we all know his attributes. Tough tackler, gifted passer, a lethal finisher with real energy to boot. He was the definition, really, of the complete midfielder. To Liverpool, though, he was much more than that. He led by example, galvanising a team which lifted 2 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, a UEFA Cup, and, of course, the Champions League at the Ataturk in Istanbul in 2005, arguably putting the greatest individual performance in the tournament's history. In total, this player made an astonishing 710 appearances for the Reds. He netted in all 186 goals. You knew those facts, really, didn't you? He also established himself as the beating heart of the England side, wearing the captain's armband for 40 of his 114 caps. Let's see this man in full flow. How does it feel to be inducted into the Hall of Fame alongside some real greats?
Yeah, obviously it's a very proud moment. I'm really honoured to receive this award, and you know, I was looking at the list of names on the wall before, and obviously very flattered to join a very elite group of people.
The obvious question has to be, of all those achievements, I listed the trophies, obviously that incredible night in Istanbul. I'm asking this almost half knowing the answer, but which, if you had to pick one highlight of your career, which would it be? Would it be for club? Would it be for country?
I think it's a very difficult question. Obviously, every time I represented Liverpool and England, I loved it. I really miss playing now. I'm not one of them players who are happy in retirement. I do wish I was 25 to go through it all again, but obviously to win the Champions League and you know, to live and grow up with all that pressure from the age of 19 to you know, put trophies in the cabinet at Liverpool to get the big one above my head was obviously a huge weight off my shoulders, and a very proud night for myself and my family.
You moved into coaching now at the under-18s at Melwood. How have you taken to that then?
Well, I'm in an environment where I can learn. I'm keen to crack on with my coaching. You know, I'm going through the stages that you have to go through in terms of badges and trying to get as qualified as I can. But obviously being around people that I'm comfortable with at Liverpool who are helping me learn and grow as a coach, you know, and hopefully one day I'll be able to coach at the level where I played, because that's the dream and that's where I want to be.
But you say you're a frustrated player even now. Do you still wish you could just get on there and help those under-18s out?
I play with them every day. I join in every day. That's right.
Talking about the games in the weekend.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'd love nothing better than to be available for Liverpool at the weekend, but everyone has the time. I've had mine. You know, I look back at a lot of highs and lows, and I'm really proud of the career that I've had. Now, hopefully, you know, I can help these young players to have good and successful careers themselves. And
you're kind of, you know, juggling your time around between the TV studio now and of course your duties at Liverpool. You know, when you're a TV pundit, there's always that kind of crossover, isn't there? You've just recently played. Can you be so critical of certain players, friends even? Have you made that transition quite easily, or has it come quite difficult to you?
You know, at times it's not easy, but for me, when I was a player, I could always accept criticism if it was constructive. Of course, I used to get the ump if people used to go over the top or it was unfair, but when I'm on the TV, I always try and give my opinion and make sure it's constructive and fair. I'd never really try and hang anyone out to dry or, you know, go against someone for any unnecessary reason. So every time I'm on the TV, I am conscious that some of them players I played with, I've been in their position. I know what it's like when you're playing well, when you're not playing well. So hopefully I can give the viewers a fair and constructive analysis of that individual or that team.
Gordon, give us some of your insight as well as to, you know, the kind of ambassador Steven has been to the game.
He's just been a legend, really. I've been Frank Lampard today, and that was always, wasn't it? The two great lads. But in fairness, I think I've played with a lot of top-class players, played against them, and I've seen a lot. But if I picked my team of my life and chose a captain, he'd be the one, and it wouldn't just be me, because I remember Zidane and Pele saying, in their opinion, and that night, that year, in 2005, they called it a miracle of Istanbul, but I was there, and then at half-time, you felt the belief of the supporters, and he epitomised that, and that'd be a lasting memory. I remember he won the PFA Young Player of the Year, bumped into him at a game, And he said he won't be happy till he was Players' Player of the Year. And then, of course, he got a special merit award and Hall of Fame. So he's had a career like you could not imagine, and he's still, his appetite for the game says it all. He's still as keen as ever. Wish him well in management.
Can we just talk about that game in Istanbul? At 3-0 down at half-time, did you really believe you could pull it off?
No. No, but it's your job as the captain of the team and an experienced player in the dressing room to try and get a bit of respect back. The fans had paid a lot of money to get over there, and we knew we were getting watched worldwide by many millions more. And before I become a Liverpool player, I was a fan myself, so I could understand the frustrations and the hurt and the pain as I was walking off. And the thing that stuck out in my mind was they never give up on us. So it was my responsibility to make sure myself and the team and the squad never give up on them. And we went out and the game changed in 6-7 minutes. I think Milan thought they were over the line, and I think the message from that night and to the kids that I coach today is you're never out of a football match till it's over.
It was ridiculous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was there as well. I mean, I still can't believe it, I'll be honest. I can't even remember what happened at the end. I think I passed out. But, that was incredible. But look, listen, juggling your time, so you're under-18s coach, you're in the TV studio, you've now got a little boy who I've seen on social media, kicking a football around. Little Leo, apart from being an expert dribbler, he looks like he's got a decent right foot.
I hope so. I hope he's a player. I'll be trying my best to help him along the way. And that's the reason why I'm a pundit and a coach now, just to get out the house so I don't have to do all them feeds.
It's worked to a T. Well done, Stephen. And give him many congratulations. A round of applause too. Steven Gerrard.